Hola, bom dia.
Hola,
My name is Elang and my partner.
Dimas Raflyarso.
Today, our group will talking about the poet from Portuguese, the poet of Portuguese, Luis Vaz de Camões.
The Portuguese poet Luis Vaz de Camões is known for his poem Os Lusíadas. Around 1543, with his studies complete in Coimbra, Camões went to Lisbon, where he entered the court circles as protege of the great nobleman Don Francisco de Noronha. Count of Linhers in 1553, Camões left on a ship to Sao Bento, and in September, after a 6-month voyage, he arrived in Goa, the commercial and the military capital of Portuguese India. But he didn't stay there long. In November, he joined Viceroy Noronha in punitive expedition against the King of Pepper in Malabar. In February 1554, he left on a new expedition, this time under the command of the victory's son, the Fernando de Menezes. The fleet sailed to the gates of the Red Sea and from there to the coast of Arabia. In 1556, he was already in exile in Ternate, Maluku, where he began to write his monumental poem. 3 years later, he had already returned to Goa, India, and in 1563 he was in Macau, where he took care of the property of his countrymen who were dead or absent. There he continued to write Os Lusíadas. On his return to Goa in 1565, Camões was arrested, accused of maladministration after many vicissitudes. He accompanied Pedro Barreto, who was taking up a new position of governor of Mozambique. This was the beginning of Camões' long journey back to Portugal, which began in 1567 and ended in 1570. His luck in Mozambique went from bad to worse, and during the 2 years he spent there, he was almost destitute. Camões did not bring fortune. All he had was the manuscript of his epic poem, which he intended to publish. Lisbon was still under the brunt of the plagues, and circumstances in Portugal were not propitious. But on September 24, 1571, Camões obtained a royal license to print the poem. Published the following year on March 12, the poem was an immediate success.
Camões is considered Portugal's greatest national treasure. He died on June 10, 1580 in Lisbon, and the date of his death is celebrated as Portugal Day. Stanza 41 and 42 tell how Portugal managed to defeat Castile in a battle and defend their sovereignty. Muitos também do vulgo vil sem nome, val atambem dos nombres ao profundo, onde o trifauce cao perpetua fome, tem das almas que passam deste mundo, e porque mais aqui se amance e dome, a soberba do amigo furibundo, a sublime bandeira castelana foi derribada aos pés da Lusitana. Aqui a fera batala se enfurense, com mortes, gritos, sangue e cutiladas. A multidão da gente que perece, tem as flores da propíria cor mudadas, já as costas dao e as vidas já falense. O furor e sobejam as lançadas, já de Castela o rei desbaratado, se vê e de seu propósito mudado.